comments, you have any suggestion?
Of course I do. You're at the right place. Here on High Impact 102.1 FM, we give you premium edutainment. We promise you'll never get bored with us.
In this Nigeria?
Yes, and here's the good news. You can actually listen to us wherever you are.
Hey, are you a mechanic, a car owner, a car dealer, transporter, or a prospective car owner? This program is for you. Tune in every Wednesday from 4 to 5 p.m. and let's talk about your car needs and how to care for your automobiles.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Good evening to you, Lagos, Nigeria, West Africa. Welcome to the Author Up Show on your number one urban lifestyle station, Impact Radio 102.1 FM. We're right here broadcasting from 32 Koko Road, Ilupeju, Lagos, Southwest Nigeria. It's a great evening right here, and we're here to tell you about everything that has to do with your automotives and your automobiles, making sure that they definitely have a healthy and a long lifespan, helping you to take care of your automotives. Your automotives, I tell you, they deserve the same amount of care that you give to yourself. And on this show is where we are able to tell you about all of these nagging issues. We provide solutions for you. We give you some do-it-yourself tips to help you get along with your automotives. And it's not going to be an exception on the show today, because here's a super pack show we've got for you. Welcome on board the show. Ayode Jajiboye is my name, and I'll be your mechanic on the show. Just so you know, I'll not be doing it all alone. This show is into two segments, and the first half of the show is where I get to give you some updates coming through from the automotive world. Talk about trending news, and this other segment of the show is where we get to talk about our topic of discourse for today. This is where we give to you a conversation where we can help you to go about your day and also taking care of your automotives and your automobiles. Welcome to the show once again. Don't forget to keep to your own end of the bargain, and that is for you to keep it logged right here on Impact Radio 102.1 FM. I can as well keep track of all of the updates we're giving out to you and more by following us across all social media platforms. We are live on our Facebook fan page at Impact Radio 102.1 FM. You can watch us live on our YouTube channel as well at Impact 102.1 FM, and on X, that's my Twitter, at Impact 102.1 FM. Without further ado, let's hit the cruise control already, and I'll be starting by giving you updates coming through from the world of automotives. However, the last couple of weeks, unless you're living under the rock and then you're not a Nigerian, is by peradventure you can tell me you've not heard about the word CNG. It's been flying around everywhere you turn to right now and then. Over the weekend, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu inaugurated 30 CNG buses in a bid to boost transportation. Talk about fulfillment of his administration's promise to reduce the pains of fuel subsidy removal. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has commissioned the first set of 30 compressed natural gas CNG power city buses at the presidential villa in Abuja. The hybrid buses, which engines can alternate between CNG and diesel as fuel, were built in Nnewi, Anambra State, by one of Nigeria's foremost manufacturing company. Right there in Anambra. And 20 and 10 of the 100-seater long buses with hand grips of standing passengers were said to have been procured by the Depot and Petroleum Products Marketers Association of Nigeria, that are DAPMAN, and the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, respectively, and they were donated to the federal government. And in other news, still talking about CNG this evening, Nigeria's e-hailing union, that is the Amalgamated Union of Application-Based Transporters of Nigeria, AUATON, has condemned the exclusion of e-hailing drivers from receiving free compressed natural gas conversion of the vehicles from the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative, NGI program. This was disclosed in a recent statement signed by the union's president, Comrade Adedamola Adeniran. And according to the statement, conversion kits as well as installation were made entirely free from members of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, and the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, that's RTEAN. And on the contrary, the e-hailing drivers will only receive a 50% discount on conversion kits while being made to pay for the installation, a situation the union describes as unacceptable. And to wrap it up with news coming through from the foreign scene this evening, it's been said that popular manufacturing company, that's Toyota, may be one of the slowest legacy automakers to develop electric vehicles, but says it could be the first to jettison cars powered by only gasoline. Almost 3 decades after launching the Prius, its pioneering gasoline electric hybrid vehicle, Toyota is moving to convert most and eventually maybe all of its Lexus lineup to hybrid-only models. Two Toyota executives have mentioned to newsmen they are said to be a very stubborn focus on hybrids over electric vehicles, which is better of a broader challenge by the world's biggest automaker to all prevailing industry and regulatory orthodoxy that all cars be electric in the near future. So this is Toyota looking to bridge the gap between electric vehicles and the normal hybrid that we've been seeing over the years, making sure that they stick to their own plans just the way they want to do it, unlike a popular man who is out there trying to put electric vehicles down everyone's spine. You know what I'm talking about here? The man with Tesla. Let's not talk much about that on the show this evening because that's not why we are here. Still the Auto Show on Empire Radio 102.1 FM, and that's how much I'll be serving to you, giving you updates coming through from the automotive world this evening. Without further ado, I will go straight into our conversation for today. But don't forget that in the course of the show this evening, you can win for yourself up to 10,000 naira. We've been giving our money since morning, 20,000 naira on the Morning Impact Show, 20,000 naira on the Aiming Day Show. I'll be wrapping things up with 10,000 naira on the drop down tonight. To be a part of the draw, all you have to do is to simply dial *347 *972 #. You'll be getting a virtual account information. You can pay through your mobile banking or you visit the nearest PS agent around you to make your payment. And in case you definitely have a phone that is internet enabled, simply log on to www.icashplash.com, www.icashplash.com. You select the number of tickets you want to purchase. You go on to proceed and make your payment, and you are going to be in for the draws. The more tickets you purchase, the better your chance of winning. And yes, in case you don't know, let me quickly inform you right now that I'll be having the jackpot draw on 23rd of this month. That's this Friday. I will be giving out 150,000 naira. Yes, citizens, we're splashing cash on you this season, and I need you to be a part of it. 150,000 naira will be given out to 3 persons, which means 50,000 naira for 3 persons right here on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. 50,000 on the Morning Impact Show, 50,000 on the Aiming Day Show, and 50,000 naira on the drop down. If I were you, I'll look to key into these same terms, same conditions. All you have to do is to simply play with 500 naira, and you are going to be in for the draw. Start playing and keep on playing to be a part of the draw. We'll go on this quick timer right now. When we come back, we'll continue with the show, the Auto Up Show on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. Don't go anywhere, citizens. I'll be back before you know it.
It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
You better be ready to say hello to the cool cash that's about to splash your way. High Cash Splash is gonna make it rain.
What do I do?
Simply dial the USSD code *347 *972 #. Select the amount of tickets you want to purchase, select your bank, and then you'll get an SMS with 2 payment options. Make payment, and you stand a chance to win with just 500 naira. Or visit highcashsplash.com for more details.
Weird.
It's popping up on selected shows on High Impact Radio 1021. So remember, the more you play, the higher your chances of winning cool cash on the High Cash Splash raffle draw.
High Cash Splash is powered by Lasho Trading Services Limited and licensed by Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority. Not suited for anyone under 18. Play responsibly.
turn up the lights.
Why?
Gather around if you got the might. Because it's cash out season. Do you know you stand a chance to win up to 50,000 naira?
What?
Yes, you heard me. High Cash Flash is doubling your winnings. 3 lucky winners get 50,000 naira with just 500 naira on the High Cash Flash jackpot draws. Come the 23rd of August 2024. To qualify for this draw, start buying tickets from the 12th of August to the 23rd of August 2024. The more you play, the higher your chances of winning. Just dial *347 *972 # or click www.highcashflash.com.
High Cash Flash is powered by Lasho Trading Services Limited and licensed by Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority. Not suited for anyone under 18. Play responsibly. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, citizens, welcome back to the show, the Auto Show on Empire Radio 102.1 FM, talking to you about everything automotives and automobiles. And yes, here's the other segment of the show right now, where we get to talk about our topic of discourse for today. And this evening on the show, we're talking about engine oil, the engine oil checks, and also the changes to engine oil. What are the things? Because obviously, a lot of us feel like the only thing we should be doing as regarding our automotives and our automobiles is to just service it. But then there are procedures to service your cars. What are the things you see before you be like, okay, it's time for me to go service my vehicle and all the like. So yes, as usual, I've got in the studio with me, joining me on the show, Shofela Ayotunde. With together, I'll be looking to, go down the nitty-gritty of everything that has to do with engine oil and also servicing your automobiles. Ms. Ayotunde, am I correct?
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Good evening. Good evening, Lagos. Good evening to everyone listening. So we're going to be talking about engine oil today because see, people buy cars and they just feel like we could just buy a car and be driving it. I know somebody who drove their car for almost a year without servicing it, and they were like, I didn't know I was supposed to service that regularly. So a lot of people just buy cars because the cars are fine, because my neighbor is in the same car, I got into it and I like it. But then engine oil is not like the engine oil we have nowadays, isn't like the engine oil in the 1990s and the rest. In fact, the cars
You mean to say they are adulterated?
No, apart from that, the cars we have nowadays, the kind of engine oil they use is different from what the cars of those years would use. Right now, we have different specifications on the market. So when a manufacturer rolls out a car and says this car is up for sale,
50W60, 70.
There are specifications for engine oil, but some people really do not know. They just feel that oil is oil. And the truth is, oil is not oil. Even the oil we are eating, we used to cook, oil is not oil.
It's not the same thing.
Exactly. Oil
there's
is not
soya
oil.
one, there's a groundnut one.
You get. So if the human body can have different grades of oil like that, what would you now say about your car? So that's why we're going to be talking about engine oil this evening. Now, first thing you want to understand is that when we say engine oil, the major work it's doing in your car is lubricating the engine. Because you have parts moving against each other, and if you don't have any lubricant in there, you're going to have wear and tear happening. So when a manufacturer says, use this specification of oil, what they are trying to tell you is, this engine, we've assembled it, we've put the parts together, and the oil we have asked you to use is the right oil because it has the right texture, it has the right flow rate, and it's going to do the job perfectly.
Okay.
Now, if you now think, because the oil is expensive, you want to go use something else.
A lesser grade, lesser quality.
Not too expensive engine oil, you would end up running the risk of having, one, sludge building up in your engine. Sludge is just engine oil that has stayed for too long and started becoming thick like grease. So when sludge starts occurring in an engine, the next thing you're going to have is either the engine is going to knock or you're going to have noise. You're just going to have some very expensive repairs that you're going to do in your engine. So first things first, oil is not oil. Now, somebody out there is going to be like, so now that I know what the engine oil is doing, how do I know the correct oil that I'm supposed to use in my engine.
In your engine.
Once you open your bonnet, that place you open is called an engine oil filler cap.
Okay.
That place you open and pour oil into the engine. Now that cap carries the specification of oil you're supposed to use.
On the cap.
On the cap itself,
Okay.
it carries the specification of oil. So you will find they write something like 5W30
Okay.
or SAE 5W30.
Okay.
SAE Society of Automotive Engineers.
Okay.
So they would write 5W30, 5W20, 5W40, 0W20. But you would find alphanumeric digits on that cap. Now those digits are not just there for fancy. What they actually explain to you is that the oil is a multi-grade oil,
Okay.
meaning that it can work well in hot temperatures and it can work well in cold temperatures. That's why you have 5W or 0W and then you have a 20 or a 30 or any other number behind it. So the first digits, which is the 5W, is telling you the viscosity of the oil in winter. That's what the W actually stands for.
Okay, winter. Wow.
So it's
We learn
telling
every
you
day.
that the viscosity of the oil during winter is so and so number, and then the other digits at the back of the W is telling you the viscosity of the oil during hotter temperatures. So you have winter and probably summer or any other hot temperatures that you would find yourself in. Now you are supposed to follow that specification, but then because we don't really experience winter in Nigeria,
Yeah.
we tend to ignore the first digits. So a car can come in and say, it's written 5W30 there, and we cannot find 5W30, or let's say 0W30 is what is written there. You can't find 0W30, but you can find 5W30. So you can use 5W30.
Okay.
Simply because we don't experience that
Winter.
harsh cold temperature down here. But then this is totally different from an engine oil that is a monograde. What I just explained is a multi-grade, meaning
Multi-grade.
it will work well in two different temperatures.
Yeah.
But a monograde is just one that will work well in only one temperature.
Just one
Just
temperature.
one. So those are the likes of what you find people in their generators, like SA40, SA50. Those are monograde oils. Now, cars generally should use multi-grade. But then, a lot of people tend to use 20W50 engine oil. Now 20W50 is a very thick engine oil, and I don't think any manufacturer right now is recommending that oil because it is too thick. Now when you pour that kind of an oil in an engine, it's going to take too long for the oil pump to pump the oil to the top of the engine. So you find people with cars that they start in the morning and you hear this rattle from the engine for like 5 minutes and then it just dies down. That is because the oil is taking too long to get to the surface and you're just hearing the metal to metal contact of parts at the top of the engine. By the time the oil finally gets to the top, everything will quieten down. And in some very serious cases, you might not have that quiet sound.
I mean, thank you for this little but in-depth explanation. Well, I've got a couple questions to ask you.
Okay.
First off, I have a car.
All right.
And just like you mentioned, some people will want to wait for a long time before they go about servicing their vehicles and all those. Is there a particular time frame where you're supposed to take your car into the workshop for servicing, or you're just supposed to drive on your mileage till you get to the point of, okay, bam, this is how I want to service?